Good evening, y'all, and welcome back to Apron Strings. I had pulled my sourdough starter out and fed it, and I have some discard, and I just don't like throwing that stuff away. So I'm going to make some sourdough crackers, and I found the recipe on King Arthur flour. So if y'all don't know, there's a wealth of recipes available at King Arthur that you can just go look at their recipe index and find you something new to try. Now my friend made these and raved and raved about them, and I've been gonna, you know how that is. My mama said the road to the booger man's paved with good intentions, so I'm gonna try to put my good intentions to work today. So I'm gonna get y'all over here to the butcher block, and we're gonna mix them up. And then they need to chill a little bit, and then we'll roll them out and bake them, see what they taste like. And there's some variants that you can do to make them suit your taste. But guess what I'm going to put in them? I'll let y'all guess. Come on over to the butcher block, let's get going. Okay, we're going to need a cup of flour, and I've got that in the bowl waiting on us. A half teaspoon of salt, 4 tablespoons of softened butter, 2 tablespoons of your choice of dried herbs, 1 cup of your sourdough discard, and that's it. So and then you're going to need some oil to brush the top of the cracker with when you roll it out, and some salt to sprinkle on it. But we're going to get them mixed up, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do next. So I've got my cup of flour in here, and I'm going to add my half teaspoon of salt and stir it into the flour where it'll be blended really well. Be better if I got the one where you dip it, wouldn't it? Half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to whisk that around. And then I'm going to get my butter in there. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and put me some garlic in mine. I knew y'all already guessed, so I didn't have to tell you. I'm going to put a teaspoon of garlic. And I'm going to put some thyme, but I'm not going to put a tablespoon. Maybe a couple of teaspoons. And I thought I had some rosemary, but I can't find it. So I have fresh out there, so I'm going to use chives. Put a little extra since we didn't put as much of the other as it called for. I'm going to mix all of that around in the dry ingredients. I think that'll make it work better. Now the extra flour that I have here is to put a little bit on my parchment paper and my rolling pin and all. So what I need to do now is add in my butter. See if I can get it to mix up good. It's going to be kind of shaggy and a mess to start with, but you want it all blended good. What are y'all doing for the new year? Did you make a diet resolution and you're sticking with it? I didn't make one because I knew I wouldn't stick with it, but I am going to try to eat a little healthier. I don't want to be a sick old woman. I want to be a well old woman that can do whatever I want to do. So maybe if I eat a little bit better, which we eat pretty healthy. I don't fry much at all. And I was raised on everything fried with potatoes and gravy. Rice and beans. And I mean lots of carbs. And just about everything we had was fried. Now when I got older and I was, you know, trying to watch my weight and all, we would bake our meat. Mama called it baking the steak. Wrap it in foil and bake it. It was real tender. We'd buy round steak. That's all we could afford. But it was good if you seasoned it good and wrapped it in foil and bake it for about an hour at 350. And that's what we would do. I may try that one day. Get this all mixed. It's kind of wet. That's why you put it in the icebox, I guess, to let it kind of firm up. This is going to make 2 little rectangles of crackers. And we'll see how they turn out. Let me get my parchment over here so I can roll them out. I got to shut my hens up here in a minute, and I'm going to take y'all out there with me and show you my new hens. I got 8 new. They look like what we always call Dominickers, but I think they call them barred rock. And they're so pretty, and I'm getting eggs. My little neighbor boy blessed me. He knew somebody that was getting rid of them, and they gave them to me. My grandson and Josh. Okay, I'm going to put that on there. Get me a paper towel here. One of these fancy napkins. And I'll sprinkle me a little bit of flour on the top. And a little on the rolling pin. I really think I'm going to use my hands to start with. Get it going here. And you roll it to about 1/16 of an inch thick. So maybe I should say 1/16 of an inch thin, because that's going to be pretty thin. And it's very sticky. Try to get some of that off that's stuck on here. And reflour this little feller. I've kind of been absent, hadn't I? We've had a lot going on. We went up to our son's last Thursday and spent some time with him. So I've kind of hadn't been here. I might have been supposed to have chilled this before I rolled it. Because how am I going to put this in the icebox to chill it? I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one. Because you put it parchment and all on your cookie sheet. So I'll put that other piece in to chill a little bit and see what kind of difference it makes. I'm just going to put the other right here on this saran wrap. I think whatever works for you is going to be fine. I just think it probably would be easier to work with if it was a little bit firmer. I know it would be. Y'all ever look on Craigslist? I've been wanting me some hens that lay the marrons, that lay the dark brown eggs. And then I want me some more Easter eggers and some olive eggers. Well, I looked on Craigslist, and about 15 miles from me, there's a lady that's selling the hens that lay the colored eggs, and they're already laying. So I am going to get me some of those maybe next week. Okay, I'm just going to wrap this up. Try to shape it a little bit maybe, so when I roll it out it'll be easier. I'm put this in the icebox and let it chill while I'm cooking this one. Get my thing that I cut my dumplings with. You can use a pizza roller, but the little thing that I cut them with is plastic. If I can find it in this drawer where it's supposed to be living. Sometimes stuff moves without telling me. This is my little I guess it's a pastry cutter that I got from Pampered Chef a long time ago. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring y'all over here where you can see, and I'm just going to go ahead and score these and then brush them with olive oil, put a little salt on them and get them baked, and then the others ought to be chilled by then, and I'll bring them out and I'll let y'all know how the difference, whether it's a lot easier or not. Okay, they said that it's going to have the shaggy edges. There's nothing you can do to prevent that. So you just need to cut them whatever size crackers you want. You know, we know to go by saltines pretty well, so I'm just going to cut them, pooey. Okay, and then I'm going to try to get some of the excess flour off, and I'm going to put them on my cookie sheet and bake them at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. But I've got to brush them with my oil. But let me see what I can do about getting rid of some of this flour. I always get my bench scraper and gather it up off of my butcher block. That bench scraper's a handy dandy thing. If you don't have one, you need it. Okay, let me get some oil and my little brush here, and we'll brush the top of them with some oil. Just so happens that I have some garlic infused olive oil. That's what I'm going to use. What we're doing is just moistening the tops where the salt will stick and make them taste like a cracker. See, if you make your own, you can make unsalted if you want to be really healthy, or I should say if you have to be that healthy. Who wants to not eat salt? Under duress, I guess you do, but I might not have given myself enough of this good stuff. I went to Costco and they had this, and it was I think I showed y'all 3 different kinds: truffle, lemon, and garlic olive oil, and I only got one thing of it, and I probably wish that I had bought more. But I bought them as a little thingy, and you can infuse your oils and vinegars with it. So I figured that I would be making my own sooner or later. I hadn't even opened it yet, but I'm going to open it before long and show y'all. I really think it was intended to infuse with other things that people grow and call herbs, but I bought it to do my own oils with and my vinegars. Okay, now I need to put some, put that where it won't fall, and just a little bit of salt. Just enough for them to have a little salt on the top of the crackers. So I'm just lightly salting them. Now, let me get this on the pan. Well, that ain't gonna work. I guess this is what you call a learning experience, huh? Let's see. Maybe I can do it like this. Yeah. Okay, y'all. Here they are before I put them in to bake. And I'll be back in about 25 to 30 minutes with these. But while they're cooking, we're going to go look at chickens. I had put my thermometer in here to be sure that I was spot on, and I am. So let me set my timer for 20 minutes, and we'll go look at the chickens and get them in and show y'all my new ladies. Okay, come on girls, let's go in. Come on ladies. Come on ladies, let's go. Come on babies. There's one. Oh, a bunch of them have already gone in. Come on and let's go. Come on. Come on. Here they come. They know they have treats. Come on girls. Come on my girls. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go in. Ooh, I've got pine straw and leaves everywhere. Oh my goodness. Come on, girls. Come on, my girls. They're not spoiled. They have a fan that we turn on out here in the summertime for them. Y'all want a treat? There you go. Here you go. Here's some over here. Everybody get some. Okay, let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3 brown ones, and I think one's in the hen house. She's traumatized or something. No, let me shut the door. Yeah, I have one that's in here early sitting down where it's cool. Or going to be warm or whatever. She got out of the rat race. You've heard of the pecking order? Well, this one right here is the one that the other barred rocks peck. So honey, when she moved in here with these 4 rust colored ones, she thinks she's over them and she's pecking them now. That pecking order is not fun. I planted garlic out here, and look, I've got garlic coming up periodically here, and there'll be a lot more coming up. I've got these tomato cages laying on top of it to keep the chickens from scratching it up. But I'm going to have garlic, and I'm so excited. I've got quite a few that have come up. When it comes up really pretty, I'll show y'all. My lemongrass made it through the cold spell. I was afraid I was going to lose it because I forgot to put it in the greenhouse, but it's doing okay. These are green onions and celery that I've planted from what I've used in the house, and they're doing really well too. Look at the celery. Okay, my timer's going off. So I'm going to get the crackers out and we'll see what they look like. Well, some of them are a little darker than the others, but I'll show you. Can you see them? I'm going to put them on a rack over here to cool, and then I'll put them on a plate, show you what they really look like. I've got the other dough still chilling, so I'll get it out in a minute and get it. When it gets real good and cold, I'll get it out and roll it out, and I'll see what the difference is in the two. Be back in a minute. My other dough out. And I forgot I was supposed to prick them with a fork where they look really like crackers. So we'll do these the right way. I did taste of one of them and they do taste yummy. So the ones that got good and crunchy, oh my goodness. That's definitely something I'll use some more of the discard for. I don't know how much y'all can see, but I'm gonna. And the secret is get them as thin as you can. They're crisper if you get them real good and thin. Some of mine that were in the middle, I've got them back in the oven for just a few minutes trying to get them a little bit crisper because they didn't crisp as much as the ones on the outside did that were thinner. So I'm trying to get these a little bit thinner on the middle. Probably about as thin as I'm going to get them. Okay, let me cut these. Now this is, I tasted of one of those that wasn't too pretty and it was kind of funny sized. They're very yummy. So you can season them with whatever you prefer, or whatever will go with what you're going to serve them with. They were so good. Let me get my oil over here and bring my fork over there where I won't forget it this time. Brush them with the olive oil. You know, I bet you could just do like cinnamon and sugar on these and not put anything savory in them, and it would be like, have you ever just cooked pie crust like that? And it would be kind of like that, but it would be a cracker. And my others are ready to come back out of the oven. I better hurry up here. Let me look at them and see how brown they are. Okay, I'm going to take my fork and make marks on these like crackers have. I forgot that on the others. I might be missing Nabisco before this is over. I have enough discard over there to make another batch, and I may do that. That one wants to fold over. Just a minute and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to set these for 20 minutes again, and we'll see how, if any of them need to go a little bit longer. Let me show y'all when I put them with them. Well, let me hold my parchment. See where I've got the marks from the forks in it, the little tines. Makes them look more like crackers. And these are almost the size of saltine crackers. So let me get that in there. Set my timer for 20 minutes. And y'all, I want to tell you again, thank you for every Christmas gift and every card. I got a card this week after Christmas, and it came from Australia because it's a kangaroo with a hat on, but there was no return address. And I think the name of I think it was Back to Homesteading and Raising Kids and Kids. So if you sent me that card, please comment where I'll know. You know, I tried to go to a YouTube by that name and I couldn't bring it up. Cutest little card with a little old kangaroo with a Santa Claus hat on. And I got cards from everywhere, and that just brightened my day. I got one card, and I wish I'd have brought it in here so I could tell you who sent it to me. It had me a $40 Joann's coupon in it. Now I mailed her a thank you card, but oh my goodness, now I get to go shop for apron fabric. That'll be fun. But anyway, I'm gonna get busy and do something else so those other crackers get done, and then I'll come back and show y'all what they look like, and I'll taste of them and show you how good they are. Okay, y'all, here's the second pan. The ones on the edges are a little bit browner than the ones in the middle, but it did much better rolling them thinner and pricking them with a fork. So let me get these on the rack over here, and when they cool, I'll put them on a plate and come back over here and show y'all all about them. Plated up version of them. And they look like saltine crackers. I mean, aren't they neat? Homemade crackers. I like that idea. I'm going to get over here to the butcher block and taste of them. Now, because I like my stuff browner, almost burnt basically, I'm going to eat this one that got real brown around the edges. And it's thinner, so I know it's going to be real crisp. Let me see what it tastes like. Can y'all hear that crunch? Can y'all hear that? Mmm, they're crispy and good. Now you can put whatever flavor you want in them, but that thyme and chives and garlic was very good. Another pretty good recipe to put in your recipe file. And this will be good for Super Bowl. Make you up some crackers and then have your dips and use them. Make those people be a little bit healthy. I want to apologize for being absent. Y'all, I'm just going to tell you, family comes first. And we've got issues going on that they're just not good. Richard's not doing well. Troy's not doing real well. And I guess it kind of makes me depressed, and I have to make myself get up and do in here in the kitchen. So we've been tied up, and that's all I'm going to say. Y'all keep praying for both of them. And I'll keep posting a video as often as I can. I am still sewing aprons. That's my place I go to just be by myself and do. So if you have a cloth choice and you want an apron, maybe a cannon apron before the cannon season starts, I've got plenty of that fabric. I'll try to get a video up in a few days showing you the most popular fabrics that I still have, and I may have one or two new ones. But that cannon and retro are two of the favorites, and of course the blue and the cream rooster, I have plenty of that. So if you're wanting one, one lady ordered a Valentine's. She sent me a picture of the fabric she wanted on Etsy, and we got it, and it's coming in, and I'll get her apron made. So if you have something you particularly want, send me a link to where you found it, and we'll work something out. Right now, I'm going to fix something for Troy to eat for supper. He hasn't eaten today, wasn't hungry, and I want to get something in his tummy. So I'm going to get busy again in the kitchen for him, and I'll try to see y'all in a couple of days. A lot going on this week. Got a granddaughter going to A&M at Bryan College Station, and she's going to be living in a nice camper, and they're going to get it set up Friday, and I'll be up there with her some. We're not leaving her by herself. We're going to take turns. So we're going to drive up there Friday to see where the setup is and get the lay of the land. April went to A&M, but it's been a couple of nights since she was there, and the town has changed drastically. So we're going to have to learn our trail all over again, but I'll be doing that. So I've got a few things coming up this week, and I'm not positive that I'll be back with a video, but I'm going to try. Y'all just hang on. I'll get back to normal here before too long, maybe. The good Lord bless and keep y'all. And I want to tell you a quote from Benjamin Franklin. If you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail. That should be enough said. Get a little bit extra stuff in your pantry. I'll see you in a day or two.